It's Tarence Bud.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of...
We've heard of people dance. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. That one lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Only catching air with that hook. That jab misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A perfect counter lands. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go. How about that time counter shot? Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with the jab. A perfect counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Feel good? Good man, good man.
Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Do not...
Gaps will appear. Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for...
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're way better than this guy.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
And he scores with the counter. Catch and shoot. That counter shot lands. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Beautiful counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be...
Great round. Now relax. Relax.
On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab slightly off target. They're giving us a high-tempo show. They exchange punches. There's a counter shot. That jab just missed with the left hand. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Nice counter. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. But
Yourself back. Come on.
and there's the bell to start round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Done with that counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
Switch on.
Well, he is glad to have heard that.
Get your boxing back together.
There's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much firepower here. This fight has a real good flow to it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, it's a tough fight, and he's going to be confident.
And there's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Beautiful counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You had everything in the back.
Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick. Just keep...
Here we go. It's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He got out of the way of that right hook. Neither fighter willing to slow down. halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. They miss with the jab. Which fighter will say no mas? Looking to land the hook. Nice counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance.
Forget about that
Round
round.
8, and we're off again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Cause my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't find a home with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it.
And there's the bell to start round 9. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good punch. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A very tough. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man. It's off.
And there's the bell for round 10. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Can't land that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Bombs away. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice job by him to block that jab. Straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round.
Good work.
That's start 11. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Both men step back for just a moment. The straight right just misses. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
There's a counter shot. Do you believe this? quite what the judges' scorecards read. There are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be the sweetest sound.
Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
On to the 12th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The jab doesn't quite connect. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know they...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That punch landed. You don't want to trade shots. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round can go either way. Hold that thought! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take it. Pensacola's finest is down. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
You're right, Todd. What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
Let's Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you? Hold that thought! And this fight is over! And it's a one-hitter quitter! What a knockout shot! Let's take another look!
A shot from the gods took... Listen to me, are you okay?
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot!